Every time I gamble, and if I get myself a big payout, I'm expecting to get every single cent of my winnings. I love Paul Newman as an actor. He's honestly one of my favorite actors in existence, and honestly has such a huge impact on my life. Because of him, he's the reason why I play pool. He's the reason why I go to the casino and gamble. He's honestly the man that inspired me to have that class, that style. The man with class, arrogance, cockiness, charm, wisdom, all around believable. Almost everything he does is legend, war, hockey, hustler, gambler, con artist, you name it. Paul knows how to suck in his performance and make people believe in him. This movie honestly is a fantastic and movie director going after really helps you look at the title, the stage is about. Now folks, before you talk about this film, I mentioned that I love to gamble. I love going to the casino. I like playing some cards, a little bit of the numbers, not really strong suit the game of mine, but once in a while I'll play the numbers if it's, an instinct. But I like playing the cards, and I like playing the dice. The dice right now at this point is my main game. I love craps because you have a much better odds at winning that with a specific number of a particular roll that you want to aim, but that isn't how much you're willing to play. There's so many different ways that you can gain as much money as possible at the cards. That would include the game where you can play a blackjack. It all depends on the card and the hands you're going to game and see what the luck is. If you want to decide that it's like house money or a match dealer, that represents a big paycheck, do that too. So I highly recommend to anybody out there who loves to go to a casino once in a while and play some dice, stick with that because you'll get a big payout. It all depends how the day is, how many players are rolling, and how much you're willing to put on the table and walk out with. Win or lose, all you gotta do is just play and watch how much you're betting. Now, as for the sting itself, Johnny Hooker, Robert Redford, who is an incredible actor, he is an upcoming talent in the world of becoming a con artist. After his close friend Luther was brutally murdered, and realizing exactly who was behind it, he's sent off to be taken under the ring of Henry Gondorf, who was played by Paul Newman. He is teaching him the ropes and various techniques on pulling off a job. Now, the plot is to get revenge, fool, and hornswoggle mob boss Doyle Lonigan, who was played by Robert Shaw, into thinking he's going to win a shitload of money from a private club that's given an exclusive payoff to a horse racing event. Now, here's the thing. Once the whole entire scheme that was revealed that it was Donegan who was behind the murder of Lester, Henry and his crew go into a lot of planning to help and Hooker get revenge on his fallen friend. Now, it starts off with getting the word and a little information about who Donegan is. Now, they go on a train going into a poker game knowing who you're going to deal with, and from there, it's setting up a closed club where a man is giving up a potential wins for a horse race, but in the end, we all know, it's like I said, he's going to get bamboozled, he's going to get hornswoggled, he's going to get fooled, his money is going to be taken. And rightfully enough, the whole story is genius and takes you by surprise with a lot of twists and turns and turnabouts, what you don't even expect that's going to happen. Now, this movie, it literally buys you into all the personalities and business that they are doing. If you look at it from the start of how Robert Shaw and Luther go out into conning one man into fooling that he stole quote unquote $5,000 as a starting score. Now the thing is that back in the Great Depression era, that alone, $5,000, it was a shitload of money. You could say equivalent to almost being a millionaire. I mean, back in those days, you don't even need a lottery ticket or go to the casino. All you had to do was just con somebody into thinking a particular situation is happening to where they'll get certain money. But in the end, you got it right there. $5,000, I mean, buying a new suit, getting yourself a lovely honey, buying some flowers, a new house, a new car, you name it. $5,000 could have got you almost anything during those days. However, the cast is absolutely excellent. Robert Shaw, Paul Newman, Robert Redford, all brilliant actors, fantastic performances. Everyone looked, behaved, and acted like a badass throughout the entire movie. Now, another thing that I really respected is that the entire recreation of the 1930s, the music and display, oh, so beautiful. It literally explains why this movie won the awards that it did. Seven, I believe, seven in total for within the Academy Awards that year. It won a Best Picture, Director, Original Screenplay, Art Direction, Costume Design, Film Editing, Best Score. And the thing is that for Best Picture, this movie was also nominated with other films like Cries and Whispers, The Exorcist, A Touch of Glass, and American Graffiti. Now, I'm sure a lot of you folks out there with this particular award category, this award ceremony right here, that you either would have liked to see American Graffiti or The Exorcist win the Academy Award. But honestly, for me, I'm glad that this thing won because the movie is fucking brilliant. Because the film literally goes into various chapters. It goes from the beginning to an introduction with mutual characters between mutual friends who are willing to take you under your wing and teach you the ropes. It goes into planning, into a meeting confrontation, into achieving the score, into planning this huge scheme and willing of getting revenge. The whole process of planning, taking time and effort, behind the scenes of how a small group, close people work together into making a believable trait that was going to happen. Literally, it goes by various chapters that is organized perfectly into setting up what the scene is. Overall, this movie honestly deserves the Academy Awards it got. It's a brilliant story. It's creative. It's genius. It's original. It's fresh. It was exciting during that time. The characters are badass and slick. All the performances are fantastic. It's well organized and takes you on a wild goose chase along with some twists and turns showing you the ins and outs of being a con artist besides the main story that was going on the other side with Hooker getting a potential romance, the sideline of Detective Schneider, who was chasing after Hooker, willing to take him into the FBI, while the FBI had some other devious plans going after Henry Gondorf, too, because he had a criminal record himself that the FBI is completely aware of. Lots of surprises that this movie truly does give you. Now, I have seen this movie multiple times and wanted to bring a little talk with you all about it. It's a no-brainer what my rating is. It's a solid 5 out of 5. It is a genius fucking movie. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to have to do with my talk on The Sting. If you've seen this movie, let me know down below your thoughts. Also, let me know within these Academy Awards, which one would have you have liked to see win the Best Picture if it wasn't The Sting? If it was this thing, let me know. So, ladies and gentlemen, ciao for now.